Welcome back to episode 9 of DNMs with Duzzi, and my guest today is
Shenae Ciesiolka, and I'm from Toowoomba.
Okay, ready?
We're on.
And oh god, and we're on. You went early there. All right, launch straight in because it gets the nerves out for people.
Okay, Duzzi.
Favorite rugby league moment as a fan?
I would say I used to love Matty Bowen back in the day, so I actually went for the Cowboys. So I'd say 2015 grand final. I remember I was actually living in Sydney at the time, and there was like probably 2 of us that went for Cowboys. The rest were all Broncos fans, and we're all sitting there having pizza and stuff. And yeah, I just remember watching the game, and there was the 2 of us yelling at the TV, and then I thought surely JT would kick it from the sideline, and then
that was sad actually.
Hit the post.
Yeah, and Matty Bowen missed out.
Yeah, so
sad.
That's alright.
You know,
I'd say definitely that grand final.
You know, Jada said that too.
Oh, really?
Did you know that?
Nah, I actually didn't.
Oh,
because we both sort of like grew up all like, some of the family used to go for like Broncos, and some of us would be Cowboys.
Oh.
I used to just love like Matty Bowen. Used to have like Cowboys jersey, Bowen #1 on the back.
How good was that Origin intercept?
Yes, it was. I was talking about that. That was one of my Origin moments actually.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, we went to that Origin thing.
That was like so clutch.
Yeah. I just loved the mango.
Okay, your favourite rugby league moment as a player?
I'd say probably 2020, winning the premiership. My first ever time playing rugby league, and I think I'd played 4 games of rugby league, and then won the premiership. So it's pretty cool just to get the ring, and so I'd definitely say that would be the highlight of my career and favourite moment.
That's one of my favourites too.
It's good, isn't it?
Was it good? Yeah, it was not bad, eh?
Wasn't bad.
Your most underrated NRLW player?
I'd probably say Cassie from the Knights. She's playing number 6 now. She was in the outside backs.
From the Eels?
Oh yeah.
You've cracked under pressure there.
Sorry, Cassie from the Eels. She was playing in the outside back. Yeah, but now she's playing in the halves.
Yeah, she's
just
electric.
So strong as well. Like
and she's not very big, and she's
she's actually strong. She can actually whack and put on some good tackles. Yeah. So I'd definitely say her. I reckon she's underrated.
I mean, people would probably say that about you too. Like you don't look that big. Yeah, but I said no, but you're strong.
No, I'm not. I'm weak as piss.
Oh. Okay, let's get into
deceiving. If I want to be real angry, then I can be strong.
You are deceiving. Not just on the footy. Your shameful obsession. Oh wow, did you hear that? Your shameful obsession.
Must be the episode of not being able to speak.
Yeah. Contagious.
Oh, I've got like a few random ones. I don't know if they're like shameful, but they're like.
Well, you say them and then I'll tell you if you should.
Well, I'm just such like a picker, so like always pick my like toenails, fingernails, like just a picker. Have at least 3 to 5 showers or baths a day.
Really?
Yeah. It's just like, so if my water bill's no good, but it's just like my thing.
What do you like? The feeling of being clean or the feeling of the water on you?
I think both. Just like the feeling of the water, like just, like literally bad water bills. And then like I just love lollies. But that's not shameful. But I can't, I literally can't go like a day without eating a lolly.
A bit of a sweet tooth, are you?
Not chocolate.
Would you go lolly over chocolate?
100%. I could live without chocolate.
Really?
I could not live without lollies.
I couldn't live without chocolate.
No, I don't even like chocolate.
Wow.
Or like cakes or like anything like that. I'd go like savoury, but then I'd just eat lollies.
Okay.
I just love lollies.
Well then, let's throw this in. Like, you have one lolly for the rest of your life. What is it?
Ooh. Something sour. Like a sour watermelon or like a sour Coke bottle.
Yeah, I love sour watermelon.
Sour straps.
Actually, you do love a sour strap, don't you?
So I'm going to say a mixed bag of sour lollies.
That's a cop-out. Okay. Your childhood hero?
I'd probably say even just like my parents, like growing up, living in Toowoomba, like to get to training and stuff, it was always in Brisbane, so, you know, like mum and dad would drive me to training, you know, in Brisbane, like, you know, 2 to 3 times a week, so obviously they'd have work commitments and then do that for me, so, you know, without them, I'd say that they're, like, I wouldn't be sort of where I am now, so I'd say.
And they still come to everything too?
They do, they love it.
And the after parties?
Yeah, they love that more.
Oh, that's super.
Yeah, I'd probably say that. They just, you know what I mean? Obviously, you sacrifice a lot for me to get to where I am, so, and even, like, obviously financially as well, like, you know, making every sporting team or whatever, like, it's expensive to travel or go around Australia, or even the uniform and stuff. So
yeah,
financially as well, they've, you know, forked out a lot of monies.
And they're cuties. I couldn't pick this whatsoever for you. 3 artists for the rest of your life. I can't pick it for myself. You're not a big music gal though, eh?
No, I literally like don't even listen to music. Like, but I'm like, I like music, but like if you're playing something, I'm happy to listen to like
anything,
whatever you're playing. Yeah. If someone else is playing it, I'm happy just to listen to whatever. But like,
you got to give me someone.
I would actually say like I like Flume.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Or like I go back to the old like So Fresh CDs.
It's got to be an art.
Yeah, I know, but like just.
Oh, you just like random playlists.
Just random, but I'd probably say like I do like Flume. So I'd say that.
You got enough going on up here.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, let's push on. You did already talk about your parents, like having to travel from Toowoomba, but you grew up there. It's a very rugby league loving town, or sport loving town. So, like, firstly, growing up and doing elite sport, like, what were some of your challenges? Because you're obviously far away from like a metro area.
Yeah, I'd probably say like it was more, as you said, like I spoke before about mum and dad, like the travel. Like there's nothing in Toowoomba, and if you wanted to sort of go to the next level, everything was in Brisbane, whether it was like athletics, touch, like no matter what it was always down here. So it is sort of hard, but I think it's like, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the parents, you know, from kids from little regional areas that, you know, sacrifice things and help their kids get to where they are. So as I said, I'm really thankful for mum and dad for that, but it's probably the travel, like the distance and like sort of to and from training, and but then again, like, you know, things are growing in Toowoomba now. There's like pathways and opportunities available as well, especially in league as well. Like it's definitely growing, but I just always try and think about like, you know, the young girls or boys in my position that like don't think they can get to where they want to get to. It's like, well, if I can do it, you can do it. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like
that's awesome.
If you're from Toowoomba, doesn't mean if you're from the bush or whatever. Like if I can do it, you can do it. So, yeah.
And I've actually firsthand experienced the community getting behind you.
Yes.
Which was cool with your lunch last year. So. Like, what does that mean to you when like people in the community, like you're like, let's face it, you are like a little mini celebrity in Toowoomba.
No, it's
you are. Like, is it a cool feeling?
Yeah, it is cool, and it's like it's pretty special too. Like, you obviously like grew up in Toowoomba, went to high school there, and then you know, sort of moved down to Brizzy for footy and stuff. But I always go back there, like home's home.
Yeah.
And it's just awesome to see the community support that I have, and the people that get around me. But even for myself, like, you know, I try to do the best I can to go back and go out to a rugby league club or go to a school and help out and give back as well. So I think it sort of like works both ways, but the community have definitely like supported and got behind me, and as you said, you come to that lunch that they did. So pretty much just a few sponsors in Toowoomba. We just had a big luncheon and you know, raised some money and stuff like that. So I auctioned off a few jerseys and things like that. So I think it is pretty cool though to have a community like that, because you know, people that are in like bigger sort of areas don't ever have that. So it is literally like a little community, and it feels really special to have their support.
I loved going there.
It's cool, eh?
Yeah. And shout out to the bakery. What's it called?
Baker's Stuck.
Yeah.
Best bakery.
Shout out. Pew, pew.
It's the best.
It is. And you have a lot of fam from there as well. I've done Jada's episode, your cousin, who's in our team, and I wanted to ask you the same question because her answer was very wholesome, so you have a lot of pressure on you. But like, what is it like for you to play with like a family member, but then also like you finish the game and you walk off and you've got like so many people at the games? Yeah,
it's pretty special, I think, as well. You know, growing up, I'm a fair bit older than Jada. I think there's 6 years between us, so you know, she was always a fair bit younger than me, but we played a fair few sports together, and you know, she sort of followed in my footsteps, starting out at touch and then went across to rugby sevens, and then she thought I would do that too, and then obviously coming across to rugby league. And our family is so rugby league orientated. Like, we grew up, that was our main sport. You know, the state of origins, like everything, our, you know, brothers, uncles, like everyone would play. So very sports orientated, and it's pretty special. I think even 2 years ago, just to be able to get an end to some of the games, but the most like special moment that stood out for me was We played at Suncorp against the Eels, and that was probably the biggest crowd that we've had with my family. There would have been nearly like the whole 30 of us there, and we got this, and Nen was there as well, and we got this photo printed out. It's in Nen's like living room. It's of, and we give it to her for a present. She's like, this is the best present I've ever got.
Oh my god!
And it's just us in our Broncos jerseys, and then like all the family there. But it's pretty special to have such a big family, and also one that's very supportive. So grateful for them, and it's pretty cool to be able to, you know, come off the field and go over and give them a hug and get a photo with them. And I think, as I said, the most special piece of that is Nen. We try and get her to as many games as we can, and she's been to a few this year. That's my favourite picture of this year with her, actually. Myself. Finally got one. It even made it.
I know.
Made it to the Instagram.
Of course.
Nen made it. How good. That was literally the best day. She had the best day.
Oh, she's the best.
She loved it. She's like, all the girls, and then she went to the Leagues Club and got a photo with like all the cutout clubs and things. And then Stacey bought like a gold medal and stuff, so she was like, had that around her neck. Yeah, she loved it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Before we get into like footy stuff, you recently graduated.
I did.
Which has been a journey. To view from the outside, I'll tell you that much.
Well, you're lucky you're only on the outside.
I am, that's true. So you have now completed your teaching degree, which is pretty cool.
It is.
I think if I had met you and like didn't know you were doing that, I don't think I would have picked that for you.
Why?
Because you're a loose unit. Let's not pretend like you're
all
not.
teachers are loose, like literally. They are.
Don't
it's
say
like
that.
Two different sides to them.
That's true.
There is.
Well, okay. Well,
it's about balance in life. It's all about balance.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, the ones in our team who are also,
Yeah, it's about
there's
balance.
There's a few in
it's
our team that are teachers
being
and they're
able
very
to
loose.
You know, be mature and responsible, and then have fun.
Okay, well, so what made you choose that career path?
Yep.
Firstly, and then what, like, I mean, we've talked about it before, but like the challenges of trying to do that and being an elite athlete.
Yeah, so probably, I remember when I was at school, I had like she was like a mentor teacher. She was like, we had like a head of house, and she was like my mentor teacher, and she was just like the most like beautiful, inspiring lady. And I was like, you know, she helped me through like,
what's her name?
So many things. Her name was Kathy Waters. She helped me through like so many things, and I just sort of like thought, you know, her helping me, like, you know, if she can be a teacher and help me, like, you know what I mean, I want to sort of do that and give back to people as well. So probably with me, it's even like coaching or anything like that, and teaching, it's like giving back, and you know, it feels nice to be able to help someone else. So probably for me it was like, and obviously the sporting side of things as well, and it just, it feels nice to be able to help others. So probably her, she was like the biggest sort of inspiration as to why I wanted to become a teacher, and then obviously the sporting side of it as well. So left school and started my study, which took a while, but we got there. But I think the biggest challenge is just trying to balance everything. Like, obviously footy's not full-time. It's pretty hard to do study full-time. I remember when I first started studying, like I just was fresh out of school, 17 years old, moved down to Sydney with the Australian Sevens, like on a 2-year contract, and I'd started studying, and I just thought, I don't really want to study and move out of home at such a young age and then live in a different state and all that. So I sort of put the study on hold, and then come back. But it's sort of through that you juggle me as well, like with some injuries and stuff like that. So it is definitely hard. It's just about time management, and it's hard. It took me 8 years, to be honest, but it is hard.
But like, it's still such a big achievement to like finish it.
Yeah, well, I knew I had to stick with it, but I've also, like, the uni were really supportive, and I can't thank them enough for assisting me with like extensions and being really supportive of my footy career as well. Because I just look at it as well, it's like, you can be a teacher for the rest of your life, you can't play footy for the rest of your life. So that's sort of the priority, and that's what comes first.
It's weird when I hear you say mature things. It's hard to believe it.
Stop it.
Okay, let's get into footy now. So
footy.
So let's talk about your, like, the way you got signed or weird. Like discovered.
Yeah, so I was literally living in Toowoomba, and it was like COVID year. It was just before, it was COVID. I was living in Toowoomba, and pretty much like everything rugby 7 wise had stopped. So like all international travel, everything had pretty much stopped. And I remember just sitting at home and obviously, following Women's Rugby League, and I remember the last you know, 3 years before that watching, or 2 years before that watching the grand final. And,
did you watch it from the start?
Yeah, I watched 2018, 2019, and as I said, you know, big rugby league supporters in the family, so would watch the girls and then watch the boys. And I remember just saying to my brother, because I was actually with him at the time, I said, oh, I'll eventually play this, like, I miss league, I want to come back and play league, but I'll just see where it goes. And I remember I literally was laying at home, I remember it so distinctly, and I was laying on my bed, and the Broncos coach at the time, Kelvin, rang me, just out of the blue. And he was like, hey, it's Kelvin from the Broncos. I was like, oh, hey. And he's like, do you want to come play rugby league? And I was like, oh, like, what if I'm not any good? Like, I haven't played since I'm 12 years old. Anyway, and I was like, oh, like, what a great opportunity. Like, I've been waiting for this. Like, it's come. And then he's like, oh, but there's a catch. I was like, okay, what is it? And he's like, oh, you've got to go into the bubble for, I can't even remember how many weeks it was. Would it be like 12? Or not quite?
What was the whole comp? So,
it was a while.
Yeah, be close to probably 10 or 12.
Yeah, he's like, you got to go into a bubble. And I was like, oh, what does that mean? He's like, well, you got to give up work, you got to give up like pretty much everything, and just like you can't see anyone, do anything but footy. And I was like, oh,
how appealing.
I know. I was like, oh, okay. Anyways, I really thought about it and had a chat to mum and dad, and they're like, this is an opportunity you've been waiting for. Like, there's nothing happening with sevens at the moment. And actually, the whole plan at the start was to go to rugby league and actually go back to sevens, or try and like, juggle both. Yeah.
Wow.
And then I come across the league. So I remember rocking up to training, and yeah, like I think you guys were already like the whole pre-season done. It was like
you came a couple weeks in.
It was like a week until like round one. So I missed round one and then trained the next week, and then pretty much, I think, unfortunate for some of the girls, but fortunate for me, it was literally just one of the girls got injured, and then Lozzie moved from the wing into hooker, and then I moved straight to the wing. And then
you were on the bench,
and that's just how it started. So
well, let's rewind. We should give credit, because do you know who gave?
No, stop. Well, then it literally though, with Talisha would text me, and I think even Millie maybe as well, a few of the girls, because Talisha did text me, and Talisha was like, hey bro, like send me in some highlights videos or something, and I was like, whoa, what for? She's like, come play rugby league, and then she did send some stuff through. Yeah,
that's her claim to fame, actually.
Yes. So,
well, you're one of them. She's a bit of a talent.
Yes.
To be
so
honest.
that's sort of how they come across, because they're looking for like a little outside back. So
yeah. Well, and so obviously you did sign on with us, and then you, like, because it was so late, like you weren't able to relocate.
No, it was hectic.
So let's talk about you having to travel back.
Okay, so I 3 or 4 times a week would like leave Toowoomba, so drive 2 hours in the car. So let's say I'd leave Toowoomba at like 3 in the afternoon, would get to training by 5, train from about 5 to like 8:30 at night, and then get in the car and then drive back to Toowoomba.
I think you got your time. I think you were leaving earlier than that.
Yeah, but this is even just to train. It would have been. We were here at 3.
Yeah, you
so I was leaving at like 1:30.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Leaving at like 1:30 and pretty much just getting home at like 11 o'clock at night. And I was doing that 4 times a week. And I remember the only place you could stop was to get petrol, and that was it. Like you couldn't stop anywhere else. You just had to go straight home.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And then game days were like full on. So I'd leave home at about like 6 in the morning, and then would drive to Broncos for 2 hours. We'd then go to the airport, like get on a private charter like plane, and then go down to like Sydney, play the game, get on like the private charter back, then get back to like the club, and we'd do recovery. They made ice baths like compulsory, so we'd be doing ice baths at like 10, 11 o'clock at night.
After just getting off the plane, cold.
Yeah, freezing, and doing the ice bath, and then I'd get in the car and then drive back to Toowoomba. So I think I was getting home some mornings at like 3 a.m. And I just remember doing the old like slap the face, like head out the window, like.
Oh, I'm laughing, but it's honestly terrible. Like,
I don't even know how I did it. It's like 4 times a week, and then I just ring mum and be like, I need like help. I'm actually falling asleep. But yeah, you're right. I couldn't relocate because it was too late.
Yeah.
But it was full on. But it was all worth it in the end, because we won the premiership and we got a ring.
Exactly.
It was worth it.
Even those ice baths.
Yeah.
So when you can complain about it.
No, I hate that.
Yeah.
That's like.
It'll be worth it.
That's like my ick. Ice baths. No.
Don't skip ahead. And then we'll round off. I have a question for you, like position footy wise.
Yeah.
Because there's lots of really good centres in the women's game. It's probably one of the most stacked positions, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe it's because I love you when you're on my team. But
so I'm not on your team.
There is not
anymore?
Yeah, nah.
You're gone.
I don't think there's anyone as good as you at a 2-on-1 or beating your opposite, like getting around them? Like, talk us through when you do that little weird jink thing and then you do your netball pass and it works all the time. You can't defend it.
I don't know. It's just like, I think just coming from like a touch background and rugby sevens, like it's just, you know, we're sort of playing in, you know, link or like centre even for sevens. It's sort of like you got so much space, so it's little like in and away. But sometimes I don't even know, like it just happens so quick. Like I just catch the ball and then it's like, oh.
And do you think you've like...
And then it's just the decision. If the winger comes in, I'm like, oh, quick pass it. And sometimes it's like the awkward pop pass, or I can get the pass away. It's just
I love the pop pass though.
Know,
like it's your like signature.
Push. A netball push pass.
Do you think you like have actively like trained to do that, or do you think it's an instinct? Like, do you think
it's just like an instinct.
Yeah. Like you couldn't teach someone how to do that.
I don't think so. I think it's just like literally it happens so quick in like a split second. It's just like an instinct.
Well, it's freaking impressive.
Thanks, Chelsea.
That's okay, Shenae.
I'm getting better at taking compliments.
We're working on compliments between.
That's the goal. Yeah. I'm getting better.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, and to finish off.
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
here we go.
Sorry, I've kept you.
Here we go.
Your rugby league ick.
Ick or icks?
You can do 10 if you want.
Okay.
You can just
I've been
rattle
thinking
off.
about this one a lot.
Rattle them off, Dal.
All right. I'm going to say a few. One would be when a player gets like tackled out the sideline on like the first tackle, and like you know you're going to go out. So like
as a forward, keep talking. Keep
going. Like if you're running and you can see the defense coming across, like step in or just drop. Why would you try and beat them on the outside and then you get tackled out and it's the first tackle? That's one.
Yeah, that's as a forward.
Yeah, you're like, what are you doing?
We're back. Sorry, the camera died.
Talking too much.
Yeah, not like you.
Keep going. That's one ick.
Okay, another ick.
Another ick, I'd say people that play football with their hair down.
Yep.
Like, tie your hair up or get it out your face.
Can I tell you one of mine?
Yeah.
When people have it out for the photo.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's not it. Yeah,
I don't get it.
The team photo, and like you wear your hair how you play with it.
Yeah.
But then they wear their hair down for the team photo.
It just looks weird to
Yeah,
me.
okay, that is probably more of it. Yeah, but like I just look at the like even if you wear a headgear or you don't wear a headgear, like just the hair out and down, like just or in your face, and people are constantly doing this. Like it's an ick.
Yep.
I got another one.
Okay, keep going. Yeah.
When like people get injured.
But
they stay down for that long. It's like if you're staying down for that long, you should almost be like stretch it off. But then they get up and they keep playing like nothing happened. But yet they stayed down for so long.
Well, yes. Okay, so
like,
a few comments on that.
If you're seriously injured, like
agreed. Yes.
Get up. You're fine. If not,
yeah.
Like,
but
do you know what I mean?
Imagine if you were under the pump as a team.
Yeah, you're thinking strategically, like lay down, stay down. I don't mean like that. I genuinely mean
I've never done that.
Yeah, but I get you, like give your team a break, I'm injured, like, oh, just stall some time.
But sometimes it's the physio runs on and they're like, stay down.
Yeah,
to give everyone a rest.
I get that, and I get that side of it, but I more mean like from an injury side, like if you're down or you're limping, or like, do you know what I mean? Like you're injured, like you're limping, like something's really hurt, and then like 2 seconds later you're running.
It doesn't make sense, does it?
No, like if you're injured, you're injured.
Yeah.
If you're not, get up. Keep running.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway, that's probably it.
I'm with you. Wow, yours are pretty brutal, eh?
Were they?
Yeah, but I like it. Honesty's good.
I think that...
You have another one?
No,
no, that's Do you have another one?
No, that's enough. No, that's it. That's it.
You sure?
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
Wow, very ruthless.
Ruthless. Well...
You wouldn't picture her, wouldn't you? Nice, pretty little Shenae. Being savage.
Pretty. I'll be Shenae.
Okay, we can wrap it up. So you have to clap with me again, but this time you clap.
Wait.
Yeah,
with you.
Yeah. Okay, sweet. So thank you very much, Shenae Ciesiolka.
Thanks, Chelsea.
DNMs and Duzzi, done and dusted. Ready?
Okay.
Done. I did it so you would do it. Okay, ready? Go. Done. Boom.